Hi guys, this is my response for week 3, Do Something Musical, and I'm responding to Ruthie's prompt of making a musical instrument out of materials from your own home, or in this case, your classroom. I thought this was a really good prompt because as teachers, kind of like Ruthie mentioned, we don't have a lot of the supplies or it's not in the budget to actually have our own musical instruments like a classroom set of ukuleles or maybe even a classroom set of recorders. So if we want students to kind of know how certain instruments are played or what they sound like, it's important for us to kind of do some browsing on the different ways or different instruments we can make with our own materials from our classroom. So, when I started thinking about this prompt, I wanted to do something that I could make with my students so every student could make one and take one home in my classroom. And I also wanted to make an instrument that didn't require a lot of materials. So, stuff that I would have on hand in my classroom, I didn't need to go out and buy anything just to make an instrument. And I also wanted to kind of direct my students, like the age group, to younger students, so K through 3 or even K through 2, because I wanted this to be more like experimenting with music. So younger kids obviously don't know how to read music. They don't know, most of them anyway, they don't know there's different music notes. They kind of just know that when you're making music, you're making different sounds. So this is what kind of my instrument does. And after browsing online, I decided to make a homemade harmonica. So at first I thought it was going to be pretty complex to make, but it was really simple and required few materials and very little time. I think it took me like 5 minutes to make it. And all you need to make this instrument is two large popsicle sticks, two rubber bands, a toothpick, and some office or construction paper. I've noticed that construction paper would probably be better because it's thicker and more durable, but if all you have is office paper, that will work too. Um, so all you have to do is kind of trace the office or whatever kind of paper you have, the size of the popsicle stick, and then you wedge that in between that piece of paper in between the two popsicle sticks. And you start by rubber banding one side, and then you take the toothpick and you cut it into the same width that your popsicle stick is. And so you'll need two of those, one for each side. And then you kind of wedge that just before the rubber band. So if you can kind of see in here, here's my toothpick wedged, and here's my rubber band. And then you do that again on the other side, wedge your toothpick, and then rubber band it. And then after that, I kind of just did a simple decoration on mine. You could have students do something more complex, like make their own brand of harmonica, or just simply decorate it. That's totally up to you. But after that, you should be able to play it. Sometimes you have to kind of adjust where your mouth is on the harmonica to get a sound to come out. But if you can either suck in or you can breathe air out, and there should be a sound. And I kind of just move back and forth, up and down the harmonica to get different sounds. So it's kind of all about experimenting and showing that you can actually make music with your mouth and it doesn't have to be just singing. So I'm going to try to play Jingle Bells. It may or may not work out. We'll see. So that was kind of my version. It wasn't very good. But you could just have students, the younger kids, probably just experiment with the different sounds they can make along the harmonica, or you could have them try to play a song. And these would be awesome because you can send them home with kids, and I'm sure they would love to show their parents how to play different songs or make different sounds. And it's something that they could take home to kind of bring home into their own culture at home. If they don't have a lot of music at home, this would be a good idea to use. So overall, this was a really fun week. I really enjoyed making the harmonica and showing that I was able to make sounds with it, I guess. And I'm really excited to see what all of you come up with. So yeah.